Hey, good morning from Arizona, USA. My name is CK, your MC for the live stream on Facebook official. So I'd like to say hello and welcome viewers from around the world to the WGP One Jet Ski World Series 2022 Round 2 at Lake Havasu City. We'll look around. I'm now standing by the side of this beautiful lake, ready to kick off our tournament with this morning program of the WGP One Moto 1 program Runabout SUPERSTOCK. But before that, I'd like to know where in the world are you from and where are you watching this live streaming form and who are you rooting for? Then leave the comment section in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share this live stream in order to give a huge support to your favorite athletes. And now in the back of me, they're having a rehearsals before we kick off once again. Our tournament this morning will begin with the WGP One Moto 1 Pro-Am Runabout SUPERSTOCK, and we now may not be able to read your comments in the comment section below, but what I can do is that I can read your comment out loud, but I cannot be able to reply. Your comment will take your chance now. We're out from the WGP One Moto 1 Pro-Am Runabout SUPERSTOCK. Let's have a quick look at today's program. What today we also will feature WGP 3 Moto 1 Runabout 1100 Open and WGP 1 Moto 1 Pro-Am Runabout Ski Lights, which is one of our 6 major feats, followed by Moto 2 of the WGP 1 Pro-Am Runabout SUPERSTOCK, before we wrap it up with WGP 3 Moto 2 Junior 13 to 15 full stroke lights. Well, now I'd like to read the comments and have a quick look at you guys, you know, like where are you from and who are you rooting for at the moment. So let's have a look now. Whoa, we've got Pierre from Denmark. We've got Mond Racing from Dusit, Cadrian. Generation 3 as well. Adrian, hope to be there before next year. All right, Adrian, where are you from? And we from France, supporting Paul Thomas. All right. And who else? Chalompon Bunmi, 96, Craft 96 as well, Thailand. We've got some spectators and viewers from Thailand watching as well. Orca. All right, and also that we've got a lot of program coming up this program, which is very interesting, and also it's our first day officially for the WGP 1 World Series. Once again, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. And also apart from me, we also have another commentator who is now waiting and ready to kick off our first tournament of today's program. We'll throw it over to the remarkable commentator, Dawn Dawson. Well, good morning, Dawn. How are you doing?
Hey, good morning. I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much. What a gorgeous day here in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, as we get rolling with Pro-Am ski heat classes. We were just watching Quade Brown take the win in the very first heat. We're on to the second heat. That's what you're watching on the water right now. Top 8 are going to transfer to the final. And down on the line, as far as we take a look at this race, Davey Prado, Jaden Richardson, Teo Bomay, Tyler Ward, Justin Treater, Reese Geis, Kirk Walker, and Riley Snow all in this mix trying to qualify. Got over 20 riders when we take a look trying to get into Pro-Am ski. And looking at Pro-Am ski lights coming into this round, it was actually 2 of the top, 3 of the top riders. I'm here to defend the points. So this is going to be wide open for these guys as they get ready to qualify.
Alex Dixon on the 11. That's the top 3. You see her in the top down left of the first right now. Coming off the outside. Let's see. Richardson.
And our log jump is officially open.
Outside line. As well as Ward.
And here's your opportunity to take a look at what we're going to be doing on the live stream today. We started with Pro-Am ski SUPERSTOCK, and we're going to be doing Pro-Am ski lights. Pro-Am Runabout Superstock. So I want to welcome you guys to the WGP #1 World Series, the IJSBA World Finals, brought to you by Jet Trim. This is a beautiful shot here of the crowds, just to give you an indication. We had over 32 countries already registered before we got through the first day of registration, and as we are still open for registration as we get through with the pro divisions that are going to be coming at us pretty quickly, we think we're probably going to get to around 40 countries. You can see our next race that is coming to the line. That's going to be a Pro-Am Runabout Superstock. Guys getting ready here. And what a gorgeous morning we had. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see the weather report earlier this week. We had a pretty serious windstorm come into us just on the practice day, but right now it's looking pretty gorgeous. Again, these are the Pro-Am ski lights, and we are going to be transferring the top 8 of these riders to the final. In the first heat, it was Quade Brown that took the top spot in qualifying, followed by Jeff Hansen. Corbin Farnley also qualified. Maddox Haynes, also Reagan Turco, and Dustin Voss. That was heat number 1, and right now we're just taking a look to see who's going to be qualifying from heat number 2. Final couple of laps. Log jump finally got open today as we start our pro days. This is a triple log jump that we're going to be dealing with all weekend long. That triple log jump is the first time we've seen that's parallel to the track in many years. Very excited about that, but man, that is going to definitely gain its share of garage sales. Say special thanks to all of our sponsors that you are seeing down on the screen. And you can see just some of the amazing risers that are getting ready to go in that runabout class, to include Jorgensen, Bushel, Tori Snyder, and of course our Thai riders, Tirapong, Pimpuwat, Kanawat, Sing Tong Siang, and Perpom Tirapapanic, who already has 1 world title this weekend. All of that down on the line as they get ready to go for this next heat. White flag is up. Jaden Richardson, Teo Bomay, Tyler Ward, and Justin Treater, all along with Reese Geis, trying to get into these qualifying positions. And Jaden Richardson was that first qualifier. And he has already got 1 world title this weekend, and now he's the top qualifier in Pro-Am ski lights. We will be running LCQs on Pro-Am ski lights a little bit later today. Huge classes this weekend as we get ready to go for our next class up. And this is not going to be a heat race. This is going to be our first moto of the day. Pro-Am Runabout Superstock. There's that shot of the triple log jump out front. As you can see, the weekend rollers already starting to make their way into the track. We had a ton of boat traffic out yesterday as we were qualifying and getting the track set up. Split section is over on the left-hand side. This is going to be a massive track for 2022. We were originally looking at about 1.5 kilometers for this track, over 50 buoys. They are going to extend the right-hand side of the track Saturday and Sunday, and they do have separate tracks between stand-up ski and the runabout. You'll be able to watch that differentiation coming up next. We'll be right back. All right, here's your lineup for Pro-Am Runabout Superstock. Kungkutai Aruk Katul from Thailand on boat number 86. Marcus Jorgensen on 7. Khalid Al-Mazim from the UAE. Nick Kruka out of Cambridge, Wisconsin. Rashid Aldawas from Kuwait. Abdullah Al-Fadel from the U.S. Orapan Tirat Panit from Thailand. Tirapong Pimpawat from Thailand. Kanawat Singh Tong Shi from Thailand. Tori Snyder from Bradenton. All right, welcome back. That is your rundown of the top riders as we get ready to go for Pro-Am Runabout Superstock. Now, those are the points that they achieved in Ostrovarki. That was our very first stop, first round. And then as we get into Pro-Am Runabout Superstock for the second round, Zolt Cheke and Khalid Al-Mazi from the UAE are going to be some of your riders to watch. We got Robbie Hall up in the tower along with our scorekeepers. Dawn, Amanda, Daisy are all up there. Perpon Chirapinich. And you can take a look at boat number 86 that Kunatai Aruk Kadul is your pole position on that inside. Perpon also, Perpon lined up on the inside as well. Trying to keep the boats as cool as possible before they take off. Blistering race conditions. It is almost 100 degrees the first couple of days out here at Lake Havasu City. And then abnormally, we're getting quite a bit of humidity here too this week. There's Marcus Jorgensen on the pole position on the outside. Khalid Al-Mazmi from the UAE also lined up on that outside. Tori Snyder is also lined up on that outside position. Going to have 15 riders on the line. Big starting grid for Pro Am Runabout Superstock as we get ready to go. Pro Am Runabout Superstock is going to have 8 laps, and this is their very first moto. They are going to be working off of a starting card. Robbie Hall does have the number 2 card in the air, and he is very quick to release these guys once he has the lineup ready to go. Looked like they weren't. Somebody called a 2-minute hold. They've been really enforcing that 3-foot separation from the front of the boats to that rubber band on the starting grid, and you can see that they're being very clean as they work down the line for those guys.
Well, it looks like the 110 receiver, the penalty is going to be issued out there. Sarge, you're on the line right now.
Great to have James Bushell all the way over from the United Kingdom over here. Now, Tori Snyder was in Poland. He got 6th overall in Poland for points. Rashid Aldawas was also in Ostrovarki, but unable to garner any points while he was out there. So Aldawas is going to want to do some make goods and see if he can get in this game as we continue the run toward that final of the Thai series, and that is going to be in Thailand in December. Still working our way through that 2-minute hold. IJSBA rules do apply. So we've got 1 2-minute hold. One rider can use all of that 2 minutes, but if they do happen to have extra time and another rider has a problem, they can use the rest of the 2-minute hold, but there is only 1 2-minute hold allowed per race. One of the things I do want to point out as well, in the World Finals, the Jet Trim World Finals, if you miss a buoy on any one of those laps, that was yesterday and the early part of the week, they were not allowing you to make up that buoy, only on the split section. Already we've got some creeping happening from the inside split. Holder's trying to get them back. Great start for James Bushell. Zolt Seke also had a good start, taking a look out over to make sure we got a green flag. We've had a bunch of red flag starts the last couple of days. This one looks green to go. Green buoys are going to indicate that inside split. And it is going to be boat number T16, Orapan Terapatpanich. Hole shot from the inside. And she hasn't been over here for several years. Great to have her back. And she is going to get the credit for the hole shot. And Fawn wasting no time trying to open up some real estate between herself and second place. Beautiful start for Orafan. This young lady is a massive celebrity in Thailand. She's won the Thai Cup for multiple years. Sounds like Tori Snyder is having boat problems. Gentleman that finished 6th out of Ostrovorki having to go in under the tow rope. And that is a tough break. This is the first of multiple motos, 3 motos for this round. Boat number 79 in second. And we got an opportunity to take a look at that pole position. That was Kunotai Akarukul from Thailand. And you can just see the body language from Tori Snyder. Man, what a tough break for him. He took a world title just a couple of days ago in Sport Spec. It was actually a class that he was unable to race in general because he's been in so many other classes. So they were team was trying to push him into not doing that Sport Spec class. Pretty glad that he decided that he wanted to anyway, because he took that overall this week and is the new world champion in Sport Spec. Meanwhile, that is Fawn, aka her nickname Fawn, but Orifon Terapapanik. Kanawat on 789 back in third. Fawn is on the back stretch, one of the bigger back stretches that we've seen at the World Finals. You're going to notice this course is very similar to the types of courses that we've seen and typically in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. That is Khalid Al-Mazmi. Khalid in second. That is the front stretch, and you can see the triple log jumps right in front of the runabout course. Instead of going back and picking up the log jump, they are shooting straight across that course. And you can also see the double yellow buoys indicating for the runabout riders to go out further to the east. Again, 1.5 kilometers right now is about the size of this track. That is boat number 789, Kanawat, in third. Bond's starting to get in some lap traffic. That is your outside split. She was lined up on the inside on the start. Took that inside split for a couple laps. I've noticed a lot of the runabout riders are picking up that outside split, particularly once it gets rougher. In these rough conditions, kind of tough to navigate through the inside split, keep those boats hooked up, reduce that cavitation. So Orifon being smart, she's going to work the outside, catching the rhythm. She truly looks spectacular. Beautiful run from a young lady that's racing in Pro-Am Runabout Superstock. Now, in these classes, we also have classes that are specifically for women. Pro-Am Women Runabout is one of them that she has the opportunity to run, but she can also race with the guys in any one of these other classes as well. And she is just one of the top runabout, globally one of the top runabout racers. She navigates that outside split beautifully. Now you can see she comes a little bit wide, setting up that double blue. It's a bit of a sweeper turn, allowing her to gain even more momentum as she comes through that merge section. You saw those long buoys. That's where the merge section happens on that front stretch. Boat number 17 trying to reel her in. That's Khalid Al-Mazmi. Khalid taking a look back just to see if there was anybody in immediate threat. He has been trying to run down Orifon Terapapanik from Thailand. Thailand, one of the few countries, by the way, the last couple of days that has had podium sweeps. In other words, first, second, and third have all been Thai riders, and we've had multiple classes the last couple of days that have had a Thailand sweep. She popped out of the water just a little bit as she was coming into this outside split. Leaned up over the handlebars. She looks so solid. Boat number 86, that's Gunatai. Looking like he might be having some boat problems, going just a little bit slower. Moves out of the way for his riding mate. Orifan pops up out of the water just a little bit again, losing some of that connection. It is not going to affect her. She's got a tremendous lead. Again, your top three. Orifan is your leader. Tira Potpanich in moto number 1. Boat number 17, Khalid Al Mazmi from the UAE, sponsored by the Sharjah team in second. And 789, Kanawat Sang Tong Sai is in third. Fon comes to the inside split. Orifan working her way through this lap traffic, but it is getting crowded as we start to wind down on this 8-lap race. Khalid Al Mazmi, not a whole lot of time left. Trying to reel in Orifan, Tara Potvinich, but this girl is just unstoppable. You can see just how deep that track goes. And as you come to the west-hand side of the track, that's where your split section is. Blue buoys for that outside and the green buoys on the inside. Orifan is going to take the outside split. Orifan just making this track look way too easy. Khalid Al Mazmi in second. And he's riding very solid. Having a little bit harder time keeping that boat hooked up, and you take a look between him and Orifan. She seems to me to have a little bit better combination as far as putting the boats together and keeping that boat hooked up. And you can certainly see that playing out as you take a look at her on that back stretch. Orifan Tara Potpanich, your race leader in the Pro-Am Runabout Superstock. She was not in Ostrovarki, so she has got her first opportunity here to put some points on the board. She lives in the Nakhon Pathom province of Thailand, only 33 years fast. By the way, she's a jet ski instructor in her downtime in between racing. And that race number that she has on the side of the boat, well, that was actually given to her by a monk. She's sponsored by Sidhu Siam, Watercraft Thailand, and Jet Tribe Thailand. Multiple-time Thai champ, Orifan Tirpot-Panich, still in control of Pro-Am Runabout Superstock. Khalid El Mazmi, who came in with this round with the most points. He's got 161 points. He had a first second, and third place finish when we were in Ostrowarki, Poland. And right now he's second out on the track.
All right, good. Thank you. The lemonade stand over there. You guys are awesome. Never stay hydrated. Lemonade, definitely a good way to do it.
Beautiful turn as she comes back to that front stretch. Now, you've seen this elbow turn 100 times out at the World Finals. It's a short front stretch. Then we have to go into that 90-degree turn, hit that double yellow, and the most technical portion of the section comes right back, right behind that triple log jump, and we have seen a huge number of boats either spin out or riders going off their boats in that front section by the log jumps. No problem, though, for Orifon Terapopinich. Jorgensen trying to run down boat number 789, that's Kanawat, Singtong Stride. And Fawn going again to the inside. I really appreciate how she's been working the different splits depending on how much traffic. She's picking the splits based on the lap traffic, and she's also picking those splits to keep herself balanced in case she needs one of those splits to play defense. And congratulations to this young lady on boat number T16, Orifon Terapopinich takes the win. Give you an opportunity here, just pet the boat. Good job. Khalid Al-Mazmi coming up there from the UAE, sponsored by the Sharjah team. He's going to be second. And third place still under the flag, and that was a battle between Marcus Jorgensen and Kanawat Sangtung Sai. Looks like Kanawat was able to hold him off. Just a quick look at the stands as we get going for the morning's round of racing. We had the Junior Stars of Florida kicking off our week on Sunday. And I'll tell you what, we'll be right back after this.
WGP 1 World Championship. National Sport Development Funds.
Whoa, thank you, Dawn. What an amazing start of the first race of the day. Unofficially, congratulations to Permpon from Thailand, who came first. Before we take a little break, a little reminder that we have the WGP3 Moto 1 Runabout 1100 Open coming up next. For now, I'd like to quickly show you around to our beautiful venue at Lake Havasu City, Arizona, USA as our second destinations of this tournament. The more we go, the more spectators are making their ways to the chair stand, rooting for their favorite athletes to compete. Well, who's your favorite riders from around the world? We expect to welcome more of the athletes and the tournament, and of course, different classes of the race this weekend. Once again, I like now to have a quick look to our comment and the people who are with us online at the moment. Where in the world are you from? Whoa คุณเกษีบอกว่าขอให้คนไทยได้ชัยชนะกลับมานะครับสู้ๆ and it means คุณเกษี from Thailand said that she expects and she wished the Thai riders the best of luck and bring back the victories. Well, Lauren Shelton Smith, Don Dawson, can you say hello to my dad, Gary Smith, Sophie Francis Holder. So I like to do on behalf of Don Dawson Lauren. Hello to your dad, Gary Smith. Hey. And apart from that, we also got Rudy Del Pardo. The reason I could watch the coached race is I have friends in it. At least 5 good friends, including the winner and the 4th place. Wow, not bad at all. Miguel Angel, wow, T16 Thailand, and I've seen a lot of Thai flags here. Well, apart from our viewers online, I've got our spectators on site as well. I like to have a little quick talk to our spectators here as well. So hello. Whoa, what's your name and where you're from, sir?
We're from Alberta, Canada.
First time at the races. They're awesome. First time watching jet ski races. On side?
Oh.
No, this is our first time ever.
All right, so it's just kind of like your vacation or anything?
We came for a vacation and just happened to find this. It's awesome.
All right, so are there any your favorite athletes, riders that you are rooting for right now? Any of you know, like you just enjoy the games, right?
Enjoying, yeah. Love watching them go over the logs.
All right, we'll say something back home to perhaps, viewers from Canada as well. So to tune in on our Facebook page, Jet Ski World Series.
Hi, everybody back in Canada. Hope you're enjoying.
And hope you do enjoy. All right, thank you very much. And have a good weekend as well. And also, we're going back to Don Dawson once again. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our Facebook official live streaming at Jet Ski World Series. Now, back to Don.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Hey, I appreciate you guys giving us the update on that. We actually didn't catch that that was a boat change, so I love that the live stream was keeping us all up to date. Burkhart Heiser, appreciate that. Yep, it was actually Permpon that took the win because they switched boats. That was normally her bot, but Permpon Tarapunic was your winner in that first moto. Hey, we're on to Pro-Am Ski Superstock. This also is going to be a moto. Jay Kress is out on the track, as well as Salim Al-Matawa. Mal Sato and Darren Schneider all on the course right now. You're getting a chance to take a look at Luciano Sinistari from Argentina. J88 is the race leader for Pro-Am Ski Superstock. That is Mao Sato out of Japan, sponsored by Kawasaki and Jet Trim, as well as Aluminum Techno. Now getting a chance to watch the ski division take that outside split. What a perfect backdrop we're looking at there, Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Sacred ground, if you will. 41 years we've been coming out here racing. We are going to get the opportunity to watch the log jump yet again. Now that is the setup to the log jump. You have not one but 2 elbow turns, 90-degree turns they got to deal with. And that is Mao Sato from Osaka, Japan. No dramas for him going over that. Switching legs, making sure that he's able to keep the balance, drop as low as possible, keep that center of gravity down, make sure that the boat stays as stable as possible, particularly on this track. Any of you guys that have ever been to Lake Havasu City, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This particular area has some very unique situations when it comes to waves, particularly because of the boat traffic that comes in, and that is just going to continue to pick up over the weekend. But also because we have a huge ferry that goes out multiple times during the day. That ferry goes out just past that track and it creates a Havanami. It's like this sneaker wave that comes in and works its way through the track. So the riders have got to watch for those waves. Jay Kress out of Laguna Miguel, California. Sponsored by Hot Products at Kawasaki. Oh man, he has no issues. Oh, just tapped a little bit, tail tapped a little bit, not going to be enough to slow him down. Race leader is Sato. Hey Samantha, I'm happy to say hello to James for you. Say hello to Harry. James' nephew's bad. He is a big fan. Harry, of course, I expect to see out here racing shortly. It's great to have James Bushell out here this weekend. Shane Perrin from the live stream also doing some shout outs. And I love that we're getting so much support. Hi Thailand, sending support to all the Thai riders. And Lauren, I'm happy to say hi to Gary Smith for you, our holder for Sophie. We had a chance to catch up with her earlier this week. Again, you're watching that outside. Notice that white buoy, that's the penalty buoy. In case you miss any buoys on the track, that penalty buoy is located on the far west side of the track, right after the split section. There are two buoys, both for the inside and outside split. Kress handling that triple long jump a little bit easier on the slap. No tail tapping. Man, those boats are so much heavier. Makes a big difference. Just a reminiscent. In fact, you can actually see the 550 in the background. When we used to race the 550s, when those things went over the log jump, you certainly felt it. On these big Kawasaki's in the 1500s, man, they put so much pressure on the log jumps. A little bit easier to go over them. I'm sure we're going to see at least one or two yard sales this weekend, though. Especially when you have to deal with the triple. And the distance between those log jumps is not a lot. So you literally are going to have time to pop in, maybe hit one bounce, and then you're going to have to jump to the back of that ski and get set up for the second and third log jump. You're watching Jay Kress out of Laguna Niguel, California, handling that outside split section. Look at how tight this elbow turn is. And as he comes back in, this is the section all week where we have been seeing a lot of riders go down. And it looks like Kress got around Sato. And Luciano Sinisteri out of Argentina, third. Starting to see the waves pick up. Got 5 riders in Pro-Am Ski Superstock. This is one of the smaller classes that we're going to be dealing with today. A lot of the classes that we have been seeing the last several days have been either full or they've been doing qualifying. Jay Kress, by the way, a multiple world champion. Just went past the merge buoy, right outside of the split section. They're going to hit that merge section and then right back at it. Final turn before Kress has to negotiate the log jumps. Again, Jay Kress, followed by J88, Mao Sato from Japan. Mao taking just a quick look back. It's really a great opportunity for right-hand side of that track. A little bit more opened up for the riders. I don't know if you guys can hear that jet rocket sound in the background, but that is actually Frankie Zapata. Frankie, who has invented multiple machines. Comes through with the first really modified flyboard. It's super cool to see him. Frankie Zapata and his wife Crystal both here this weekend joining us for the World Finals. Jay Kress cruising through this last lap. Now Sato not able to make up any time. And both of them going through that log section. And Sato having to pull back to the back part of that boat just to make sure that he keeps that nose from skimming underneath the water. He's about 10 seconds off of Jay Kress. Jay just makes that turn onto the back stretch. You can actually see some of the boats starting to park back there on the back stretch. There's our entrance into the outside split. You can see in the foreground there just one of the multiple course marshals we have, and checkered flag drops for Jay Kress. Sends up just a quick prayer of thanks for Jay. Sponsored by Hot Products and Kawasaki and Performance Fiber. Beautiful first moto. You've been watching Pro-Am Ski's Superstock. Oh, Mal Sato, of course, coming up. These guys are such great ambassadors. Shouting out congratulations to the race leader. Second place, Mal Sato, sponsored by Kawasaki, Jet Trim, and Aluminum Techno. Luciano Sinistari, I do believe, was your third place rider. We're going to come straight to Pro-Am Runabout 1100 stock. 16 riders in this one. To include one amazing warrior, that is Sophie Francis. Now, she just had her baby, I believe, under 6 weeks ago. And you can see that Sophie's actually got the pole position on the inside. Gary Smith, one of her holders. She's sponsored by DMAC Racing, Yamaha, Fly Racing Works, and H2O Designs. We've seen her out here a couple of times this week. The boat she's on right now is actually Mr. Finlanson's boat. Graciously let her have that for this weekend, and we're so lucky to have her here on the line. She is in some pretty celebrated company. We've got Adapan Kunsa also in this lineup. Arnold Martinez, you can see on the 88 boat down there. .361, that's Eric Lagopoulos on that outside, and 136, I believe that's Brad Bohat. Kiritikorn Phunam from Thailand also in this class. Ashley Powers, yeah, I think definitely the heroine for this week. That award is going to go to Sophie Francis. I had the opportunity to catch up with her earlier this week, and that young lady is just incredibly strong, as you guys know, I'm sure, but I'll share for maybe some that are new to this. Sophie Francis lost her husband just a couple of months ago in just a very unusual situation. They were both out of the country on an endurance race, and that is where he passed away, and it was just such a tough break for Sophie. And the fact that she's able to come back, she was, like I said, pregnant with their second daughter, and just had her a few weeks ago, and she's already back on her boat, ready to go. But in that interview with her, it was really incredibly touching that she wanted to be in the spirit of Eric Francis, her husband, when she was out here. So you will see her over the weekend racing the 911 boat. Right now she's on Finlanson's boat, and Robbie Hall has the card up in the tower, and he doesn't even turn it sideways. They go so fast. That's Ryan Rasmussen. Actually, Renee Hill also out on this track out of Lake Havasu City, and I do believe the cameras were focused on Renee. Sasina Fumfan on the track, and she has been joined by Permpom Funam as well. Kira Takorn on T26 with the whole shot. Kira Takorn Funam, followed by Sasina Funam. That's your first and second place riders, both tie riders. So your whole shot's going to go to Kira Takorn Funam. Kira Takorn Funam, 19 years old. That boat, by the way, built by Adapon Kunsa. That race number that he's got on the side of it, that's actually his birthday. And both of these riders have made their mark in just a few days at the World Finals. Kira Takorn credited with multiple hole shots the last 3 days. His first win was the Novice 1100 at the Jet Ski World Cup in 2020. He is a two-time Novice 1100 stock champion. And I really love his pre-race routine. Stay calm, meditate. And look how close Sasina is running to Kira Takorn. I love it when I asked her what her likes and dislikes were. Sasina said she really likes sleeping, which just cracked me up. Her sponsors, 777 Performance, a jumbo tuner. Sasina going to pick up the inside split. Actually, I thought she was going to the inside, but she followed Kira Takorn. Kira Takorn, your leader on that outside. Kira Takorn's nickname, by the way, is Pause. Thanks so much for saying hi, Alexander Bourgeois. Kira Takorn, Sasina chasing the glory in Pro-Am Runabout 1100 stock. Kierdekorn coming into this round with the points lead, 168 points for Kierdekorn. Henry Kappas was right up there in second, and Cecina had a couple of tough breaks in Ostrovarki. She is in seventh coming into this round. I do believe after this series of motos, if she gets to the podium, it is going to launch Cecina up into that top three overall as we continue our charge for the Triple Crown and our final round of this Thai series in December in Pattaya, Thailand. 16 riders, that's boat number 25. I do believe that is BJ Ang out of Philippines. BJ, one of the top riders for the Philippines. He's also been spending time training a ton of new and junior riders, and the Philippines has brought over 10 teammates this year to compete. One of the bigger teams we've seen from the Philippines. And already one of their top riders nailed a world championship yesterday. That's Paul Del Rosario. Congratulations to him and his family.
It's like he's closing on that sport on the back straightaway. Yep, that's your battle for third right now.
Just pushing that front of the boat as they're coming into the turns. You're watching Kierdekorn, or his nickname, Paz. When I asked Kierdekorn Funam who his sponsors were, he had one of the sweetest answers. He actually doesn't have sponsors, it's his family that helps him race. Cecina Funam, right behind her brother. She's within about 4 boat lengths in that battle for third place. Was BJ Ang. Supatop Furakul from Thailand wanting to get up there in third, sponsored by K45 Motorsports. And if he does get around Mr. Ang, he will be starting something that we've been seeing a couple of times this weekend, and that was a sweep of Thai riders in the Runabout podiums. Now, I don't want to be too premature because this is just the first moto. We've got some incredible racers to include Eric Lagopoulos and Sophie Francis in this, and they are definitely spoilers. A lot of shout outs on the line for Mio. Mio is Cecina. Go Mio. Taking that turn a little bit wider on purpose, trying to keep the throttle on as much as possible. You're watching them navigate this outside section on the right-hand side of the track. BJ Ang holding off the rest of this pack. The gentleman right behind him is a big threat. That is Supatop Furakul. Adapong Kunsa also in that top 10. Top 2 riders, both from Thailand. Kierdekorn Funam very consistently taking this outside. Here's Cecina protecting her position. She's within 4 boat lengths of Kiratakorn, and you can see just how tightly packed these top 4 are on that outside. Kiratakorn, he looks completely unconcerned, takes just a quick look back, does not change that very relaxed riding style, actually rolls his shoulders forward. Little different when you take a look at Cecina. She's got to manage the power on this boat a little bit differently. So she's finessing through those turns. Elbows are a little bit up. Very similar to what BJ Ang is doing as he comes through. BJ Ang still defending that 3rd place. Thank you so much, David Sims, for joining us and for your kind words. Jack Wells here and Mike Root. Big hugs to you too. Oh, Kiratakorn taking a quick look back. I don't think he realized quite how close Cecina had been getting to him. She still chooses that outside split. I do believe she feels like she is not going to be able to make up time on the inside. He keeps looking at her, and he's actually opening up the lines for her. What a great camaraderie between these 2 riders, Kiratakorn and Cecina Bunam, your top 2. Watching Pro-Am Runabout 1100 stock. This is our 3rd race of the day, and this has been a big one. This is 10 laps. Cecina looking so determined. I love how she just dug in to that last 3 turns. You could just see how light she is. She really has to focus to keep that boat hooked up. Making sure that her weight is positioned over that intake grate. Doing a great job. That is our shot of this massive backstretch. And Kiratakorn able to open up a little distance from Cecina on the backstretch. But man, as soon as they get into these tighter sections, she gets right back close to him again. That's BJ Ang, who is at the top of the screen. Coming just a little bit wide on turn 4 and turn 5. Cecina pushing. Oh, she is super close. Watching Cecina and Kiratakorn. He takes another quick look at her before he goes to the double yellows. Now the difference here, that's where the course actually changes between ski and runabout. I noticed the white flag from the tower with Robbie Hall. So instead of doing the 90-degree turn back towards the log jump, the runabout riders are running a straight line to the right-hand side of the track, and then they've got a mixed bag of single and double turns to include this big double left-hand turn. Excuse me, actually a triple. And then they do just a tiny little turn in, and then they are on the backstretch. Really getting some great footage, and you could see how well this young man is maintaining that connection to the water. It was a little bit wide. He's actually giving Cecina a little room to get some clean water. I notice he's not letting her pass, though. Okay, this is our final lap as Robbie Hall gets the checker flag ready. Oh, what a beautiful one. And Kiratakorn waiting for these guys. She wanted Cecina to be close. Kiratakorn with the number 1. Cecina right there, less than half a boat length behind him. And she got comes up with him, and you could see the big grin. He really enjoyed racing with Cecina. All right, brothers and sisters racing out at the World Finals. We'll be right back after this.
It's time for ties to encourage each other. Forward the encouragement to make Thai people and Thailand stronger. Sports Authority of Thailand.
National Sport Development Funds. WGP1 World Championship.
Whoa, what an amazing race. And officially, congratulations to the winner who made it to the top to previous race. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WGP 1 World Series 2022, live from Lake Havasu City, Arizona, USA. And you're still with us, CK and Don Dawson. Before we start the next race, which is the WGP 3 Moto 1 Junior, 13 to 15 4-stroke lights, and followed by the WGP 1 Moto 1 Pro Runabout 1100 Open, one of our major 6 feats. Well, now let's have a look at the beautiful venue around here. I'm standing by the side of the lake, and it's a beautiful venue definitely, and a perfect condition of the weather at the moment. So don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and do a little shout out to those who are rooting for our riders from around the world, from every continent, including Thailand, including the other countries as well. And let's kick off already. So go back to Don and the live event in the race.
All right, thank you so much, CK. I was just watching the red flag. Boy, we have been plagued by red flag starts the last couple of days, and unfortunately, we're going to get one on the junior ski 13 to 15 4-stroke lights as well. So they are going to bring them back. That is Andrew Hubert Laurie on the pole position on the inside. You can also see Tyler Ward down there on the inside as they bring him back. Andrew Hubert from Estonia. What a celebrated young man as one of the big threats in Estonia racing team. He's definitely going to be one to watch. He is in some pretty impressive company. We've got 10 riders in this junior ski 13 to 15 4-stroke class. Andrew Vo will be joining this crew. Bryce Chambers, Jackson Lloyd, Josh Simon. Just looking down the line to see if any of these riders are going to get called with a false start. And there's a couple of different reasons that you could get a red flag. One of those, and generally the most predominant one, is if you have premature acceleration or you come out of that line too fast. But the other one's if you don't hold your line. So if you don't hold your line, they will also call you, particularly at the World Finals. And you have got to be past the halfway mark as you're making your way to that first turn before you can start merging. So we have seen a couple of red flags this week because of that not holding your line as well. The third one, and the one we never want to see, is if we've got a rider off their boat in a dangerous area, or if we have a rider that went off their boat and perhaps got hurt. And if that is the situation, we will also very quickly do a red flag. We're particularly sensitive when we've got the junior classes up as well. And you can see right down the line as we get ready to go, Andrew Hubert Laurie in the foreground. And we got the boats going, and they look like they're ready. Oh, that was a pretty quick start. .424, that's Bryce Chambers. Uh-oh. I see red, people. All right, that was Jackson J-Rod, actually, that you saw, the course marshal, one of our great course marshals. Also a paramedic at EMT for us. And he was just letting the juniors know, we are going to have to take you back to school. So they're going to put him back behind the line and get him started again. And I didn't see any penalties on that first one, but when they call him back like that on a second time, I'm pretty sure they are going to give someone that penalty. Gentleman on the pole position, boat number 28, three-time world champion, four-time European champion, Andrew Hubert Laurie. I also see down on that inside, that is Tyler Ward, one of the local products here for Go Fast US in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Looks like Josh Simon is lined up on the outside, and we do have that second rider. That is going to be Bryce Chambers, I believe. That will have to start with a dead engine. Now, they don't just penalize them by making them start with a dead engine. They also require them to lose a holder. Oh, good start with 418 and 105. That was Tyler Kennedy with a great start. Javier Falcon. So Laurie Andrew Hubert has the hole shot on the inside, and you can see why. He is a multiple champion. Look how tight he takes these turns, how technically he sets up the turns, and how quick he gets through the split section. Now, we've had a lot of hole shots come from that outside split, and this isn't going to be any exception, I don't think. That's boat number 713, Tanner Wright, with the hole shot. Bryce Chambers in third. Andrew Hubert Laurie second. Tanner Wright is going to be your hole shot. Tanner, sponsored by Full Throttle, TC Free Ride, Custom Spaces, and Work Racing Group. Big track this year, and it's only going to get bigger. We've kept it this size through the first part of the week, but as we move into that final couple of days and pro days, we are actually going to be opening this track up even bigger. When I caught a chance to touch base with the race director, Peter DeSmit, he was letting me know that they're going to open up that right-hand side, particularly for these bigger runabouts, because we have got some massive classes coming at you. You are definitely going to want to stay tuned this whole weekend. Wow, beautiful riding style on that outside split. That's Tanner Wright you're watching. Well, he's a hometown product out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Andrew Hubert with a little kick off of that second 90-degree turn, and as he takes this triple, he actually runs into some of those massive waves that I've been talking about. Pops up a little bit with cavitations, not going to affect him. That is a 4:24 in third. Bryce Chambers. Bryce, one of the Go Fast U.S. riders. Also sponsored by J&L Barbecue. Bryce out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Top two riders right here. Hometown riders from LHC. We had over 32 countries here at the beginning of the week, just when we started registration. And what a happy time for all of us to reconnect from around the globe. Now that doors are opening and we're able to truly travel again, it's made such a difference in the attendance at the World Finals. We're looking at over 300 riders this weekend, and we will have close to 40 countries. I'll get you that total once we close registration this afternoon. We do have a rider down. Oh, that's Andrew Hubert Laurie. That was your second place rider. That's going to move your Bryce Chambers, your other local racer, up into second. So Andrew Hubert Laurie just got rolled over. We'll see if he's able to get back up into the top five. All right, so 7-1-3, Tanner Wright still leading. Bryce Chambers second. And I believe it's Tyler Ward, who was back and forth, has moved up into third. Close to 40 countries. I'll get you that. You're watching the Thai Series and another rider spinning out. I've been talking about the section of the track. You're actually getting to see some of that drama played out in one of the most technical areas of this track, and that is right off of the front stretch. There are literally two 90-degree turns, and it is in really rough water, fairly close to shore, and that has caused a lot of crashes this week. Tanner Wright dropping his upper body very low. Looked like he was almost going to get his shoulder in the water on that left-hand turn. He's getting in so tight. These are your 13 to 15-year-old riders. I really like his riding style and how he's switching legs very quickly. And you can also see how agile he is as he works his way through these different buoys. Oh, just a little bit of overcorrecting into that turn. He was trying to push that boat a little bit much. It looked like one of the waves kind of pushed him up, caused that little cavitation. Great recovery. Tanner Wright, Lake Havasu City, Arizona, going to the outside. Lori Grid actually still rooting, she said, for Andrew Hubert Laurie. Appreciate the feedback, Rudy. Thank you. I love how relaxed Tanner Wright looks on that front stretch. White flag is out. And you've been watching race number 4. Junior ski 4-stroke lights, 6 laps for these guys. You can see Don Carey and the other great scorers up there helping us out. No, Mateo Pichon is not in this class, but he is coming up soon. But you know what? Boat number 28 is Mateo Pichon's, I believe that's Mateo Pichon's boat. Normally, Andrew Hubert Laurie races a number 11. And 28 is actually a very typical number for Mateo Pichon, so I'm not at all surprised that the live stream is chiming in for Mateo. And it is actually Andrew Hubert Laurie aboard the number 28. Your race leader, 7-1-3, on his final lap, takes the outside split again. Interesting strategy. Normally what you see when you've got the lead like this on that final lap, the riders are going to go to the inside. But I really feel that Tanner Wright thinks he's a lot more comfortable on the outside, and it certainly worked just fine for him. Congratulations to Tanner Wright taking the win in our first moto for junior ski, 13 to 15 four-stroke lights.
Looks like we're in the Hulu.
424, Bryce Chambers, unofficially. I have him marked as a second, and then Tyler Ward would be our top three. One of the unique things about this series, and of course the World Finals as well, even if you don't get top three, all the way up to top five, they are asking the riders to come into tech, and the reason for that is if for some reason that one of these boats does not pass tech, but you maybe didn't think you were in the top three, you have an opportunity to be in that top three. So they've been asking the top five riders to come in and get tech just in case. So as you know, we have been getting some DSQs. Special thanks, by the way, to our incredible tech director, Robert Sand, back there keeping everybody straight. Hey guys, we'll be right back after this amazing commercial.
WGP1 World Championship. National Sport Development Funds.
Ladies and gentlemen, hearing the engine behind me at the moment, I'm getting excited. And previously, that was a phenomenal race of the WGP 3 Moto 1 Junior, 13 to 15 four-stroke lights. Unofficially, I'd like to congrats to Wright from Loco, and he's from in town, Lake Havasu City as well. And as the temperature is heating up, the race itself is heating up too. Because coming up next, we'll be live streaming our 6 major feats, the WGP 1 Moto 1 Pro Runabout 1100 Open. And in the afternoon, we features Moto 3 and 2 and 3 followed. And at the moment, I'm getting excited. I know you guys are exciting as well. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And back to Dawn and the actual race in the lake.
Hey, thank you so much, CK. Well, we're on to Pro Runabout 1100 Open. It's going to be an amazing class, so I would definitely suggest buckling up. Here's your points leaders as we come into this. Satura and Supak Satula with 159 points coming into this round. Supak Pusupa on boat number 26 has got 140 points coming into this. He's his second, and it's Supertop Futrakul. That is a Thailand sweep so far for points. Erwat Lahip in fourth coming into this second round. And when I take a look down at all of the entries, we've got 6 racers. Every one of them is from Thailand. So I don't know, I'm not normally a betting woman, but I'll actually take the bet that the top 3 will be Thai riders as we come to the podium this weekend. I just feel like that's a good odds for me. Whole shot's gonna go to boat number 45. That's Supatat Furakul from Daejeon, Thailand. Rides for K45. Again, your whole shot, boat number 45, Supatat Futrakul. right. This is going to be a fun one to watch. He is a two-time IJSBA world champion, talking about SUPERSTOCK. He's also a two-time King's Cup, Thai Cup rider, champion. It was the King's Cup. He's 2 times King's Cup champion, a 1-time Thai champ. He also is an F2 rally driver and has a championship in that as well. SUPERSTOCK Furakul just taking a little look over his shoulder as he makes his way back to the backstretch. Just checking in to see where the rest of the crew is. I would imagine SUPERSTOCK very familiar with how his teammates and competitors from Thailand ride. And he will manage this track accordingly, because this entire track is filled with talent. We do actually have, I said that they were all Thai riders, but we actually have one young lady out of Miami, Florida, and that is Valentina Lascano. She's sponsored by Blacktip, Kasha Racing, and M&M Jet Ski Shop. And she held her own in Ostroworki, Poland, with a great finish for Valentina. SUPERSTOCK just taking a quick look as there looked like a couple of yellow flags had come out. Man, this guy rides quietly and relaxed. All right, SUPERSTOCK Pusapa on boat number 96, second. That is Arawat Lahib in second. He's just behind SUPERSTOCK. And Lahib had a great race yesterday. He's currently in third, watching Pro Runabout 1100 Open. Lahib is fourth in the overall points. And you just saw in the foreground SUPERSTOCK coming through that front stretch. He got a bronze in the Asian Games in 2018. And what a major victory that was. First off, the fact that we had jet ski racing for the first time ever in the Asian Games in 2018. And secondly, that we had Thai rider SUPERSTOCK on that podium representing for Thailand in the Asia Games, which is, by the way, if you are familiar with that, the Asian Games is second as far as attendance in the world, and also second largest sporting events after the Olympics in the world. It is a massive, massive deal. So it's a huge reason for pride when we are able to see these top riders that have done so well at the Asian Games come and join us over in the USA for the World Finals. You're watching the battle here between second and third, SUPERSTOCK Pusapa and Lahib. Arawat Lahib from Pattaya. Arawat rides for the Flamingo team and Knauf. And SUPERSTOCK rides for Kuala Lumpur. Courtesy markers have come out. Nutal Tanaka cheering on his friend, SUPERSTOCK. That's your third place rider. Boat number 77, Arawat Lahib, out of Pattaya, Thailand. Arawat has a pretty unique style. Again, sort of that rolled over on the shoulders. But he rides with his helmet pretty low. Oh, the model, by the way, is Pro Runabout 1100 Open. That's what race category we're doing. Supop, very loose and relaxed on this one. This is a lot of laps for these riders. In fact, this is going to be one of the classes we're going to have the most laps in today. 10 laps for Pro Runabout 1100 Open. So plenty of opportunity for riders to get around each other, but it's also a scary opportunity for boats to break. Supap Pusapa with that customized seat. You can see how that seat helps him lock in. It's actually a seat that is customized and built up so that it supports the lower back. Completely different seat when you take a look at Lahip. His does not come near as high up as Supop's does. Still has a bit of a back support on it. And really a lot of these riders, particularly on these open boats, when you have this incredible thrust from buoy to buoy, and they're able to go from 0 to 60 super fast. And when they do that, they've got to be able to try to relieve as much of the force from their arms as possible. So building up these custom seats has really helped in this class tremendously. All right, Supop is going to go to the outside. Looks like Lahip's going to try a little something different. That is your 7-7 boat. He's going to go to the inside split. Let's see if he's able to gain any time on Supop. 6 riders in this track. Again, 6 riders. And I'm going to have to change my statement from earlier, as Valentina Lascana actually got on the podium. So Valentina has a good shot at catching an opportunity here to be on the podium, and she would be the only spoiler to a complete Thailand sweep. Valentina here from Florida. Oh, and 52, not looking good as far as engine. That's Supak Satula from Pattaya, riding for Freedom Racing in Thailand. And he right now is just trying to get points on the board, but you can clearly see that he's not under full power. And man, did you see the boats all lined up as we make our way into the weekend? And there's several hundreds of thousands of dollars hanging out there watching the racers. Supap Pusapa. Lahip trying to run him down. 6.87 seconds between Supap and Arawat. Supap Pusapa getting a good run at that backstretch. And he does open up the distance between himself and Arawat. It is, again, is in that tight sections. Arawat's starting to gain on him. It's your race leader, boat number 45, SUPERSTOCK Buprakul. And the white flag is out for your K45 Motorsports rider. Also rides for Yamaha Thailand. He's a manager, by the way, of Reds Halasan. K45 Maxima Team, Paha, and Supatat, 30 years old. He's very used to taking world championship titles. He's got 2 of them. World championship titles from the world finals here at Lake Havasu City, Arizona. And he takes a little look back as he finishes up his final lap. And that is really where the close points are. And props to Valentina Lascana. She actually was the rider that won the Triple Crown last year in this class, and she is your defending world champion, Triple Crown champion, no less. Congratulations to boat number 45. That is SUPERSTOCK Furakul. Ooh, Supap was fighting for it at the very end. Supap Pusapa was on to second. Lahib Arawat rounding out your top 3. All right, just watching the last few riders coming through. I was trying to see where Valentina Lascana finished up. I didn't get a chance to catch that, so we'll find out and we'll let you know.
It's time for ties to encourage each other. Forward the encouragement to make Thai people and Thailand stronger. Sports Authority of Thailand.
National Sport Development Funds. WGP1 World Championship.
Whoa, what an amazing race. And that was the WGP1 Moto 1 Pro Roundabout 1100 Open. Congratulations to Supatat from Thailand. The result is not yet official. Well, let's say congratulations to the Thai riders from Thailand team. And also because the second place belongs to Supa from Thailand as well, followed by Anyawat, the third place. Yindiด้วยนะครับ. And I want to talk to them, but right now, because they're far away, I wish I have a chance to do so later. Well, especially, I'd like to talk to Supak, our previous champ from round 1 in Europe as well, while his craft is broken. So he couldn't make it to the top this time. So I like to ask, how does he feel? เป็นกำลังใจให้นะครับ Well, let's begin the next race, ladies and gentlemen. I want to introduce you to the next one, which will be the WGP1 Moto 1 Pro Am Ski Lights, which is also really amazing as well. But right now, let's talk to the viewers from around the world who watch us live and tuning in at Jet Ski World Series Facebook official. And apart from that, we also have got viewers from home as well who watch us live on Facebook and YouTube live streaming. And at Jet Ski World Series, well, let's see the comments. I see all the Thai flags, T96, K45, 45, and also that we've got those who would like to do a little shout out to your favorite athletes. The riders from around the world are about to begin the races. So we have 2 more days to go. Wait, I tell you, okay, who else do you like to talk to? Type in the comment section at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. But we'll get back to Don Dawson and we'll get ready for the next race. Once again, the next race will be the WGP1 Moto 1 Pro Am Ski Lights. Don't go too far.
All right, thank you so much, CK. Okay, so we're going to be doing the LCQ. That is going to be coming at us next for Pro-Am Ski. Pro-Am Ski Lights is what you're going to be watching, and that is the LCQ. This was a massive class. All right, you guys, I do need to go grab the paperwork so that we can see who all's going into the LCQ. So, you know, because we're not fancy around here. Let me go get that, and I'll be right back. And then we'll let you know where everybody is.
Yeah, go see Michelle and the crew. Do a great job on there. You could also get a massage right next to it. You know, if you get a massage right next to it. Or you can massage it.
Tell me that we're singing opposite.
Right.
Man, I know that, yes.
Hey, Simon. Hey, can you call for one more set of people?
Very good. Go on.
We're done.
Very expensive? Yeah. Very good. That's like
Ladies and gentlemen, you're still watching the WGP One World Series live from Lake Havasu City. And at the moment, the riders are getting ready for the next race, which will be the WGP One Moto 1 Pro-Am Ski Lights. Once again, those who tuned in on Facebook official, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this live streaming.
All right, we're back, and I've got our sheets for the LCQ so I can let you know who is going to be trying to get into the dance. Top 4 will be transferring to the final. And on the line is going to be, you can actually see a couple of these guys down here. Zach Genrich out of Wisconsin. Also Kirk Walker, Colin Kaplan, Davey Prado, Devin Farthing is in the LCQ, Riley Snow, and Gary Holbein Jr. able to make it out here. That 706 boat is Colin Kaplan. And they're off. That's Davey Prado with the hole shot. Again, only 4 of these riders will get to go to the main event.
Well, it looks like a good one here. I'm not seeing
one in front.
up to this point.
Get Davey Prado. Davi actually all the way over from Brazil. Now this is a really talented young man. He rides for Mormai and Condo Rio. He is also a freestyle competitor.
Here we go. 14 is going to be Zach Genrich.
All right, so I believe Devin Farthing is on that 07 boat. And Davey Prada out of Brazil, who had the hole shot on inside. Again, only 4 are going to transfer. You're watching Pro-Am Ski Lights qualifying. Looks like Gary Holbein is in a transfer position. And there was quite a bit of question on whether Super G was going to be able to even make it to the races. Gary Holbein already has a world title out here. He's sponsored by Jet Blast Performance, a title from last year. That is Farthing with the lead. Prada in a qualifying position. He's in second. Oh, and we have the log jump open. Davey, I would think, not having too much of a problem with the log jump with that freestyle background of his. Kindrich, who looked spectacular yesterday, is in third. And then again, Gary Holbein Jr., your final transfer position. And 003 just won out. That's Kirk Walker in fifth. Of course, you know, all of those top 5 riders are going to have to go to the tech, because you just never know if somebody might get disqualified. We got to have that backup. Man, Devin coming into that just had a little pop out of the water. What a gorgeous boat. I love that baby blue color. Brand new boat for Devin. I'm not sure if that is his new boat or if he's just borrowing it. 18 years fast, of course, you know his dad, Dustin Farthing, or King D, but we have a pretty cool nickname for Devin. It's the Iceman. He likes dirt bikes, jet skis, and soccer, he said. He's currently in college, or he would probably come and do a whole bunch more racing over in Europe. Tap, tap for Davey Prada, no problems. Just taking a look down at the results from Ostroworky. And Devin Farthing. This will be his first time getting some points on this class if he gets into the main event. Right now you're just watching an LCQ. Six laps for this LCQ. Oh, took a little dip off of that first serious turn into the split section. Just dipped his shoulder down, didn't make a difference. He's not going to lose a spot. The Iceman actually able to race a lot of these different hulls. He does Runabout, he does the sport class, and then, of course, like ski as well. He's approaching these log jumps smart, but he did tail tap it and went down, and that does cost him one position. He needs to get that boat going, so he's trying to get the lanyard back in. One rider's gone around. Now the second rider, he's got 2 more. He's got to get back up.
Log jumps already took some victims, guys. That's already.
There's our instant replay, and you can see he hits the back of the boat. Call it tail tapping. So when he hit that, it actually forces the front of the boat down, and there's not a thing you could do to save it. I'm actually impressed he rode it out as well as he did. All right, so Devin actually takes the final qualifying position. Gary Holbein now out one. And you can see Prado having a separation of the bond guard on the outside of his boat. And that definitely affects the handling. He's your current leader in your LCQ for Pro-Am ski lights. And the white flag is out. All right, Prado again has had no problem on the log jumps thus far. Nice little pre-hops too. Prado pushing through. Just a little overcorrection on that right-hand turn, but he manages to save it. Not an issue for Davy Prado. Rides for Brazil, sponsored by Mormai, Planado Steel, Condo Rio Sol, and Rio Fauna Sunset, just some of his sponsors. And Prado did not make it to Ostrovarki, so if he gets into the main event, this will be his first opportunity to put points on the board for this Triple Crown. Prado getting a lot of push. That is Gary Holbein Jr., but he is going to take the win. So Davy Prado does take the first place spot in the LCQ. That's an automatic transfer. He's just got to get through tech. Congratulations to this rider from Argentina, and you can just see that big sigh of relief. All right, so Devin Farthing does transfer, but he's in the final transfer position. A crazy change of fate for the Iceman, but still managed to make it despite that tail tap. Hey there, Mr. Finlinson. It's great to hear you and see you. This is the LCQ. Just talking to Lauren Smith. Yeah, this is an LCQ. Dev Farthing pulling that one out. And hey, Brian, it's good to see you. And it's definitely not 52 degrees at Lake Havasu City, Arizona. I'm not sure where Paul Thomas is, Alexander Bourgeois checking in with us. He might have already transferred. Again, this is the LCQ. Samantha Walker, I love you too. All right, we're going to bring up our next one. We'll be right back. All right, now that we've gotten through that LCQ, we're going to Pro-Am Runabout Superstock. It's going to be our second moto. 12 monster laps. We have 16 riders in this one. Give you a little bit of recap of this one with the second moto. Permpom Sirapanic from Thailand took the win in moto number one, and Rashid Aldawas took second place yesterday, sponsored by DDR Marine and also Spartan Kuwait. Orifan Tirapapanic from Thailand got third, and Marcus Jorgensen was fourth. Rick Cantola was fifth. James Bushel was sixth. Zolt Seke was seventh. Khalid Al-Zazmi was 8th, and Tirapong Pipawat was 9th. Juan Lascano, 10th.
it looks like it's going to be 17 on the outside, Rashid Al-Awas. And Snyder on the inside.
All right, looks like Tori Snyder, who did not do well in the first moto, got 14th. It's going to be Aldawas with the whole shot. You can see Tori Snyder right behind him. Orifon, Tira Popinich, boy, she's having a rocket day. She's up in third. All right, so get your top three after that start. Whole shot is going to get credited to Rashid Aldawas from Kuwait, sponsored by DDR Marine. And Tori Snyder second. Orifon Tira Popinich third. They're actually talking in the tower. Mike is talking about a good friend of his, Nesta, who does the hydro tracks down in Mike Young's region. And he was actually the brainchild that built Aldawas's boat. Nesta is his name, and Mike Young giving him some props. DDR Marine is the sponsor and supporter for Rashid Aldawas. Sounds like Bushel is in the top five. Again, your top three: Rashid Aldawas, Tori Snyder, and Orifon Tirapinich. So Kuwait, USA, and Thailand right now are your top three. Aldawas looking solid on that DDR built boat as he hits the front stretch. Tori Snyder is going to definitely be a threat for Aldawas with that Judge Motorsport slugger built boat, and you can see Tori Snyder's signature ride style. It's a hybrid between Troy Snyder's and Tori's own style. He wanted to be relaxed and create his own style, but he's always been very respectful of his father and loved what his father's done out on the track, so he's taken big tips from Troy Snyder as well. Whoa, tight turn on the outside split for Rashid Aldawas. Aldawas running very consistent to the outside. You can imagine with these SUPERSTOCK boats, he's going to want as much real estate in between these buoys as possible. Ranjit Gupta saying go Aldawas and go DDR. Tanya Holbein is hanging out here. You're so welcome. I'll be happy to give a Super G a big shout out for you. You did really well. All right, Aldawas after the whole shot has been working that outside split. Tori Snyder continuing to apply pressure, but Aldawas is getting a little extra real estate, and you can see it on this back stretch. All right, just talking about the top five and Mike Young and Dave Arnold up there in the tower. keeping the fans happy, and they mentioned that Jorgensen is in 4th and Bushel still in 5th. But we're focused right now on our number 1 rider, and this is Moto number 2. Aldoas comes into this round in 2nd, and this is what he needed to get him closer to Permpom Tirapanic. Jorgensen has jumped into 2nd, and what happened to Tori Snyder? Tori back in 4th. All right, so we've had a change of leadership. No change for the top. Aldoas leading, but Jorgensen, who's had an outstanding year this year, rides for Denmark, 2nd place. Orafan in 3rd, and it is Tori Snyder in that 4th place spot. Bushel still 5th. Aldoas coming a little bit wide on that one. That's all right. They're trying to get as much momentum as possible, and Aldoas can feel the pressure from Marcus Jorgensen. This is a monster race, 12 laps for these guys. As we make the run for the overall on this one, and the way we've been handling it this year at the World Finals is we've been doing, if you're in a class, for example, for a Runabout Superstock, they're actually running these guys their entire series of motos all in one day. So probably be no exception. We get the opportunity to see who the world champion is going to be today. You're watching the Pro Am Runabout Superstock class. 12 laps for these guys. And right now, they've got to be thinking about just keeping these engines going. Aldoas just coming through, and you can see Jorgensen not having to worry about anybody behind him at the moment. He's opened up the lines even more than Aldoas in order to try to gain time on him, and that strategy has been working. Again, did not see the falter from Tori Snyder, but he is back from 2nd place to 4th. And that riding style definitely changed from when we got a chance to watch Tori Snyder in the first part of this race, where he was very relaxed and looking pretty chill. Right now, he's got a fierce intensity as he tries to get back up to 2nd place. So he needs to regain that lost ground. Already got a world title out here this year. Tori Snyder, your new world champion in sports spec. Stuart Tinker, buddy for James Bushel, cheering him on. All right, Aldoas on the front stretch. Just as they comes into that 90-degree turn off the front stretch, just took a quick look over his shoulder, trying to ascertain where Marcus Jorgensen is. Hey, Bud Stevens, good to have you on the line with us. You guys will be able to check the results too on the website for IJSBA, as well as the Thai Series website. Thanks so much for joining us on that live feed, but they also will be posting results for you. Jorgensen on a mission to see if he can run down one of Kuwait's top riders, Rashid Aldoas. That DDR machine. Looking pretty unstoppable at the moment. Great hole shot for him. He took a quick look to see where Marcus was, and he also took a look to see where the flag was. Looks like we're going to have a couple more laps to go. This is a monster. Oh, Aldawas sideways. Managed to save it. Did not lose any positions, but that had to be a little nerve-wracking for the Kuwait rider as he gets set up for that back stretch. He was edging it just a little bit, and that boat overcorrected on the side. You can see the waves have definitely increased the last 30 minutes or so. All this boat traffic is having an impact on the races. I'm expecting that to be even more impactful as we work our way through these motos today. Get more people coming out to enjoy Lake Havasu City as we get ready for the weekend. Aldawas getting ready for a finish line. Going so fast, the stickers are starting to peel off the side of Aldawas's boat. Jorgensen in second. Orifan Tirapanic third. And you can see the Kuwait team. Saud is down there. Several of the other Kuwait riders. Al Rashad watching as Aldawas pushes his way through the final couple of laps. His boat is running really, really well for Rashid. You see Jorgensen right at that top part of the screen. See how close he is. White flag finally comes up for Rashid Aldawas. He's just got to bring it home. Work the right-hand side of the track very well. Had that triple left-hand turn. It's going to take him to the back stretch. They've got one little jog turn that they have to pick off. First time we saw that was Jock Bryant adding that in so that they didn't have just one big massive backstretch to deal with. All right, so will he take the outside on the final lap? And Rashid Aldawas does. Blows that first turn a little bit wider than normal. Tight on turn 3. Very tight on turn 5. And that is going to take you to the front stretch and the checkered flag. Congratulations to Rashid Aldawas. Jorgensen takes second. And it is going to be Orifan Tirapanic. You're rounding out your top 3. And then Torrey Snyder and James Bushell. That gets us all the way to top 5. And Orifan going to just let that engine cool down. And I think she too probably is going to want to take a break. We'll be right back. Great action.
WGP1 World Championship. national sport development funds.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was exciting racing indeed. Well, and that wraps up the WGP 1 Moto 2 Pro-Am Runabout SUPERSTOCK. Congratulations unofficially to Rashid Aldawat from Kuwait. Well, let's see how will he perform during the Moto 3 coming up next this afternoon. We'll stay tuned on Feed 2 when we be featuring Moto 3 of this race coming up this afternoon after the lunch break, because it's now almost noon in Arizona and 3 more races to go this morning. We're expecting to wrap up Feed 1 this morning with Moto 2 Junior 13 to 15 for stroke lights. And at the moment, I like to have a quick look at the comment section below. You kindly comment and also leave some messages to give a huge support to your favorite athletes from around the world as well. So we've got the Thai flags here from Kun Narumont and Kritiya and Natcha as well. But Stephen said all the riders have had good year, and definitely we're having a good time here at Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Well, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be tuning in 3 more races to go before we wrap up Feed 1, which is our morning racing. And don't forget to tune in our afternoon live streaming as well for both channels at Jet Ski World Series, Facebook official, and YouTube as well. And now, back to Dawn.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, CK. Appreciate it. All right, we're on to race number 8. That's going to be Pro-Am Ski Superstock. This is also going to be an LCQ. Gorgeous afternoon as we work our way through a big series of classes today, and we are going into Pro Weekend. And we are getting ready for our LCQ that is going to be firing off. That's going to be race number 8, Pro-Am Ski Superstock. And again, race number 8 is an LCQ, Pro-Am Ski Superstock, 8 laps. Ooh, and a false start. Well, actually, that is going to be a second moto for us for a Pro-Am Ski. All right, this is moto number 2 for Pro-Am Ski Superstock. All right, just a quick recap on that. It was T16.
split off here. Who's going to get the lead on the end of the act and the turn clock? So that's right now. This time, it won't matter. It was a red flag.
Oh, we got a red flag on this start.
So they're going to bring it back to the starting line. Third red flag of the day. Every time you have a red flag, it costs us about 5 or 6 minutes.
All right, here's a quick recap on that. I love the instant replay. That was boat number 160. It was Victor Landini that was on that boat earlier this week. So that is going to be the restart of this race after the red flag. Winner in moto number 1 was Jay Kress with Mal Sato in second and Luciano Sinistari in third.
Right here behind the announcing tower. Check out all the good cool stuff out there. They got everything that's cool over there. Everything that's too cool for school. I really miss the Motion Trip right now. It's one of my favorite events of the year. We're not really have that anymore. We're having a really good show with you. Sometimes we're going to have you got to remind us every year about new grips. Motion. Always make sure you reset.
And they're just going to readjust that rubber band.
Oh yeah, when he did change strap. As I said, I just say new chin strap for it.
Tanya, we sure will. I'll say hi to Mike Young for you. And Coons commenting on the cool weather and another great start. This time doesn't look like we're going to get a red flag. Jay Kress with the first moto win. And it looks like Kress is going to be on the inside. Jay Kress looking solid. Luciano is going to be putting pressure on Jay Kress. Then Luciano goes down right in a really tough area. That was right off of the double 90-degree angle turns onto the front where the log jumps is. And that was the most technical section. All right, again, John Kress. Jay Kress is leading. Luciano had a shot. Salim Al-Mutawa up in this mix. Beautiful run for John Kress, multiple world champion at the IJSBA World Finals. No problem with the log jump open. So Luciano was able to get into third. All right, Jay Kress. After that whole shot, he is looking for a pair of bookends. 2 wins in a row would certainly help lock down another world title for this gentleman out of California. Rides for CP Carrillo and Kawasaki and Hot Products. Nice recovery on that turn. These boats, once they begin that rollover, it is not easy to stop them. And John made that look way, way, way too easy to keep that boat under control. Love the fact that the log jump is open. Oh, that's going to open up the door for Luciano Sinistari. .160 boats with a bit of craziness over the log jump. 160 was in second. Don't actually have a I don't have a name for that race number. I'll let you know if I get it. Jay Kress continuing a little domination in Pro-Am Ski Superstock as the courtesy markers come out. I see Nut Pimica waiting to cheer on Orca 666. That's awesome. Well, that one will be coming up shortly. Boat number J88. Luciano back in at third. And just watching these riders come through. Darren Schneider out on this as well. Back in fifth. You can see the difference in the waves out here as we look like we've got a little calmer situation out on the track. Salim Al-Matawa in second. So Matawa in third. And Malsado in fourth. Those are the two riders you were watching go over the log jump. And Jay Kress out of Laguna Niguel, California, your hot product rider. Looking to wrap up 2 first place finishes. You can see Robbie Hall from the tower. Our flagger letting everybody know that we've got 2 more laps to go. T30, Mustin Min from Cambodia. He's doing quite well on the log jumps. Got through that, no problem. Mustin Min riding for Team Flamingo and Knauf. Great to have the Cambodian riders out here joining us this weekend. We haven't seen a Team Flamingo in many years. It is great to have them come back, and so cool to have so many countries with all of the borders opening up. It has made the World Finals truly international once again. Jay Kress just cruising through this inside split. Getting prepared as the white flag comes up. That's the most technical portion of today's track. You're just watching it from the perspective of the ski division. They have to do 2 90-degree turns and off-angle double yellow right-hand turn sets them up for the second 90-degree. But what it does is it puts them a little bit off angle of the waves, and you can kind of see the setup through that as the camera crew giving a perfect shot of it. This area has been ridiculously mean to a lot of the stand-up riders. Well, Kress chooses to take the outside on the final lap. Checker flag drops for Jay Kress. Well, that's going to be a pair of aces for Mr. Kress as he goes into the final moto this afternoon. Salam Al-Matawa. Kress, as he goes into the final moto, is also going to be right up in that top 3. We'll get you that exact placement when we've got it. Meanwhile, I'm sorry that you couldn't be joining us here in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, but we do appreciate you being a part of the live stream. Looks like we're going to have more racing action coming at you right after this.
It's time for ties to encourage each other. Forward the encouragement to make Thai people and Thailand stronger. Sports Authority of Thailand.
National Sport Development Funds. WGP1 World Championship.
All right, welcome back, you guys. We're watching Pro-Am Runabout 1100 stock. This is going to be the second moto. And again, I don't have the sheets for the second moto, so I'm just going to guess based on what we called. As soon as we get those sheets up here, though, we'll get you all the information that you could possibly want. Kind of easy to tell just by looking down the line. It was just a confirmation that the T26 took the win in Moto number 1, and that was Kiratakorn Funam. And his sister, Sasina Funam, took second. And boat number 25, that was BJ Ang out of the Philippines, rounding out your top 3.
Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. You're still with me, CK and Don Dawson, who I am taking over Don's duties at the moment, saying hello to viewers at home once again. You're still watching the WGP 1 World Series 2022 from Lake Havasu City, USA, and this is the slow motion of the previous race start from the start point. We've got our cameraman and also the media crew coming all the way from Thailand to make you guys famous. And once again, welcome international athletes to this tournament, round 2 at Lake Havasu City. Look at the weather condition at the moment. It's a perfect condition for the race. Well, apart from our international athletes, racers from around the world, we also have got viewers from home as well who watch us live on Facebook live streaming as well, and YouTube live streaming in both channels at Jet Ski World Series. All right, now let's get back to Dawn.
All right, we're back with Pro-Am Runabout 1100 stock, and I do have the results from Moto number 1. Just in time, by the way. Oh, just in time for another red flag, that is. All right, that's going to be a 2-for-1 special on the red flags. Again, you're watching the WGP World Series live in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Here's the results as we watch that instant replay on the false start. It was actually the 826 of Adapon Kunsa on borrowed property that took the win in Moto 1. Sasina Funam from Thailand for that second place finish, and Khalid Al Mohanadi from Qatar rounding out the top 3. Boat number 65, SUPERSTOCK Fruit Rock Cool, was 4th in the first moto, and Mateus Simon, 5th place. Villain Sali out of Pattaya, Thailand, was 6th, and Pitapong Kiako Makun on boat number T8 was 7th. 8th it was Eric Lagopoulos, 9th place was Brad Bohat, 10th was Ryan Rasmussen, and 11th was BJ Ang. 12th was Sophie Francis. In 13th place, Renee Hill. In 14th, Alfie Fenwick. In 15th, Tony Collinsworth. And in 16th, Arnold Martinez and Carl Hosch rounded out. And so it was Khalid Almo Hanadi from Qatar, sponsored by Doha Marine Sport Club Pro Champ Racing Team. That was actually on that number 25. And he had a good start. in moto number 2. Now that we got them going, 2 red flag starts.
Well, I see the red flag on the good side there. The green flag should come out. Over the side of Robbie Hoffman, the tower. There it is. We've got a new start.
All right, let's see if Adapong Kunsa from Thailand is able to take another hole shot. And that is Adapong Kunsa from the outside. He will get the call on the hole shot as you watch moto number 2. Yuki Francois Kuriashi shouting out from the live stream, "Go girl." So Adapong Kunsa, riding for 747 Performance Jumbo Tuner, followed by Sasina Punam, which she has been consistent today. Second in that first moto, and right now she's right behind Adapong. Adapong Kunsa on that front stretch. And the young lady racing right behind him got a 6th overall in amateur runabout 1100 with an 8.57 finish in Poland. And that second place rider, she is only 18 years old. A student that lives in Sakon, Thailand. Great rider. She has been incredibly consistent between these 2 motos. Her brother loved that number, and she wanted to race it because her brother loves the number. Her first race was only 3 years ago. But with a boat that is built by oil, that's the nickname for the gentleman that is in the lead, Adapong Kunsa. You can see why it is so fast. Adapong Kunsa on the 826 boat. You just see in the foreground coming through boat number 22, Ryan Rasmussen out of Winthrop, Illinois. He got 10th in the first moto. Big class, 17 riders on the track. Adapong Kunsa leading, and then Sasina second, and boat number 77 full in. It's actually Matthias Seaman in that top group. Again, Adapong Kunsa leading, and Sasina second. Khalid Al Mohanadi from Qatar was in third. Supatat Fut Rakul in that top group, and I believe Matthias Seaman in fifth. See Lauren Smith shouting out for Sophie Francis on the double nickel. Big hugs to Yuki Francois Kuriyashi, young lady that has won her fair share of world titles out here in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, currently joining us on the live stream. That's Mateus Siemon. Mateus rides for Estonia. And he is, for as young as he is, one of the most celebrated riders that Estonia has had. In fact, I would say as far as overall strength on the team between stand-up and runabout riders, Estonia has one of the strongest teams we've seen in the last decade. Just some of the riders on that team: Taya Reynes, Yasmin Epraus, Mateus Seaman. All right, Adipon Kunsa back on this front stretch, the 747 performance rider. Nickname Oil. That is Ryan Rasmussen on the 22 boat. We've also got Renee Hill on the 22 boat as well. Ryan out of Winthrop, Illinois, and Renee, of course, Lake Havasu City product. His first race for Ryan Rasmussen was in 2017. That is a Tim Zarnsdorf Z-Force Racing built boat. Watching Adipon Kunsa. Back-to-back hole shots, and he's trying to wrap up. Another win in Moto number 2. I think it's great that the boat that's right behind him, that's Cecina Fu Nam. Cecina Fu Nam is actually riding a boat built by the race leader. So Oil's got to be a little conflicted right now. He's like, I'm doing really good in the lead, but the boat right behind me I know is really fast because I built it. Keeping that boat very well hooked up as well. Ooh, just unhooked slightly coming into that turn. Now, as fast as he rides in that stock boat, those are the little things that you got to really watch in a stock class, particularly when you've got the gentleman from Estonia right in that top grouping. Mateus Seaman is actually a 4-time European champion, a 1-time world champion. And he is hungry coming over to the world finals to get a world title. And Kunsa having to take a quick look back because the second, third, and fourth riders are starting to gain. My brother's up on the tower just talking about how big the turnout was this year. We have seeing numbers we haven't seen in almost a decade. It's very close to setting records, in fact, on the number of countries. And we're joined by new countries this year to include the Seychelles. Cambodia is a new country for us. Monaco is here as a new country for us. And Bahrain. The country in the highlight right now, though, is Thailand. That is the rider that you're watching out front. And that is going to be Adapankunsa. And the young lady right behind him is Sasina Putnam. Young student who goes to school and in her spare time comes out and races incredibly quick jet skis. And she's only 18 years old. Her very first win was in 2021. You're counting them down to the final couple of laps. And no change of leadership here as we continue to watch Adapankunsa. Alexandra, I'm not really sure for Moto 1 Pro lights. It is World Finals, so we have to really be flexible on time. We're also got to do freestyle today. All right, it's going to be our final lap for Adapankunsa. Oil, one of the most celebrated riders in Thailand over the years. And just a pleasure to hang out with both on and off the track. Adapankunsa, interestingly, another strategy here. He takes that outside, and that outside, even on that final lap, even though he's got Cecina close to him, I think he feels pretty confident she's going to follow him through the outside, and she did. All right, so he's a four-time world champion. That is Adapankunsa. And he just nailed another win in this second moto. You've been watching Pro and Runabout Stock. Rides for 777 Performance. 37 years fast. And by the way, he built his boat as well as the young lady right behind him. That would be Sasina Putnam, who took second, also from Thailand. We'll be right back after this.
It's time for Thais to encourage each other. Forward the encouragement to make Thai people and Thailand stronger. Sports Authority of Thailand.
National Sport Development Funds. WGP1 World Championship.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and that was the Pro-Am Runabout 1100 Stock Moto 2. Congratulations to our unofficial winner. What next, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the WGP 3 Moto 2 Junior 13 to 15 4-stroke lights. And right now, our riders are getting ready in the water, and you soon will hear the engine and also the cheer of our spectators coming all the way from many places around the world, not only those who watch us live on Facebook live streaming and YouTube live streaming at Jet Ski World Series. We also have got our spectators coming from around the world and also our international athletes as well. So once again, before we proceed to the next race, I'd like to have a quick look to the comments and would like to interact with our viewers from home as well. So we have Lauren Shelton Smith, and we've got Narimon Sally as well, Ashley Power, way to go Sophie, and who are you rating for at the next race? Ladies and gentlemen, it goes! All right, let's get back to Dawn.
I think you got the whole shot too, CK. That was the fastest turnover ever. Thank you so much, my friend. That's the start for junior ski 13 to 15. 4-stroke lights. Here's a recap. We're looking at moto number 2. Tanner Wright took the win. He is sponsored by TC Freeride and Full Throttle. And he smoked that first moto. It was Andrew Hubert Laurie in second, Bryce Chambers in third, and Tyler Ward in fourth. Tyler Kennedy in fifth, and just a side trivia note, of all the names that I just named in the top 5, only one does not live in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Well, you're watching the Bottle Rockets, and we'll look and see who's going to get the whole shot. Very close between Tanner Wright and Laurie Andrew Hubert. It's Andrew Hubert Laurie, actually. Oh, and boat number, trying to get the number on that. I think that might have been Tyler Ward that went sideways. All right, whole shot after much battling would be Tanner Wright, followed by Andrew Hubert Laurie. Let's take a recap of what it looked like out of Ostrovorki, Poland. The winner out of the Ski Juniors 13 to 15 4-stroke lights in Poland was Yanni Hamelin, who is not here. But the gentleman that is in second in points, that's Andrew Hubert Laurie. And Andrew Hubert right now second on this track as well. He is going to be racking up some sweet pointage after the rounds at the World Finals. And by the way, Tanner Wright was not able to go to Poland round, and Bryce Chambers also not at the Poland round. In fact, the top 5 riders, with the exception of Andrew Hubert Laurie, were not able to go to Poland. So right now, Andrew Hubert Laurie looking sweet for a Triple Crown opportunity. But looking sweet for this round, that is boat number 713, Tanner Wright. He has not put a foot wrong today. He lives right here in Lake Havasu. Loves riding his Superjet. When I asked him about his race number, he said, well, that's a long story. He sounds like a pro rider already. He's got a lot of great sponsors, to include Full Throttle. His first race, by the way, only 2021. These little bottle rockets are incredible. He's played soccer for 9 years and raced BMX for 3 of them. He said his pre-race routine is always the same. He wants to pray for a safe and clean race. And he has a lifestyle that most jet ski racers would envy. He says that he gets to train at Body Beach most days of the week. And he said when he's getting ready for the finals, he does double the laps per moto, usually in a race. Smart. Great way to get prepared. You're watching Tanner Wright. 10 riders in this class. And a little correction there. He's been working the outside split. I like the recovery. You can see the waves just tossing those super jets around. Look how low he drops down. Practically butt dragging around that turn. Andrew Hubert Laurie. This guy is insanely good from Estonia. He's one of the top juniors in Estonia. 4:18 coming through. That is your third place run. That's Tyler Kennedy, who got a 5th in the first moto. Tyler Kennedy lives in Lake Havasu City. He works, or sponsored by Works Racing and TC Freeride. Riding that Yamaha SJ boat. He's your current third place ride. And boat number 713, Tanner Wright, your leader. And this young man's riding style is truly something to behold. He could put on a clinic on how to set up a turn. Switching feet, he does that switch early on each one of those turns, which helps him maintain the stability on the boat. Of course, the fact that he probably weighs less than 100 pounds. And a lot of these juniors, that lightweight and the fact that they are so short helps them so much in the ski division. Your third place rider coming through and gained some good time. That is Tyler Kennedy. Mighty Mites is one of the things we like to call them. I saw a boat out there, but no race number on the side of the boat, which is unusual. What a gorgeous afternoon. You're watching racing on Friday as we get ready for Pro Weekend. Beautiful long view of the left-hand side of the track as the white flag comes up for him. So the top two riders, Tanner Wright, Andrew Hubert Laurie, followed by 418, Tyler Kennedy. And Tanner taking the win in the first moto. And he's looking to just match his play here. Andrew Hubert Laurie had a second in the first moto. Question is, where is 424? I think he got a bit wrapped up on that first moto and was one of the riders that went sideways. Watch the final lap here for the junior ski 13 to 15 four-stroke light class. Oh, what a beautiful run for boat number 713, Tanner Wright, a local homegrown product. You can see Taylor Curtis, one of his sponsors, down there clapping for him. And congratulations once again to Tanner Wright and Andrew Hubert Laurie for second, and Tyler Kennedy for third. Well, that was an awful lot of fun to ride. enjoyed that one. That was getting the chance to watch these really fast juniors out here. Gorgeous day, Lake Havasu City, Arizona. I will say that the temperatures have been spectacular as well. We have been in the upper 90s every day this week. The only exception was practice. And that day we had, that was Monday, we had some pretty high winds come in, take out a couple of our towers. But ever since then, it has been blistering. Hey guys, we'll be back in just a minute.
WGP1 World Championship. National Sport Development Funds.
Whoa! Unofficially, congratulations to craft number 713 Tanner Wright, the local rider in town, for winning the WGP 3 Moto 2 Junior 13 to 15 4-stroke lights. And this wraps up our first feat, known as the morning program of our WGP1 World Series 2022 at Lake Havasu City, USA. Well, altogether, there are 6 feats. The second feat is coming up this afternoon after a lunch break because it's now almost 1 p.m. in Arizona. Approximately, we'll be back in about 1 hour. Don't forget to tune in our live stream in both channels, Facebook and YouTube official at Jet Ski World Series. We'll check out the time schedule and updates daily on Facebook official Jet Ski World Series. Now, let's take a break. Don't go too far.